Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to show you how I set up my bullet journal for my PhD. I've been using this setup since January and I've been really enjoying it, so I thought I would share it with you guys. Of course, I'm going to start with a yearly overview, as most bullet journals do. I really want to use this notebook or this bullet journal to keep an overview of what is to come in the next months, but I also want to use it for really specific day-to-day planning, which you will see in the weekly pages. So if you've watched any of my previous videos, then maybe you know usually I try to keep my work life separated from my personal life when it comes to my personal bullet journal. So in my other videos I always show how I do my personal bullet journal pages, and I try to keep like work related things or PhD related things out of there, because I want to keep it separate. I feel like for me that works best, and yeah, I like to have those two things not in the same place, so when I'm home I can just focus on my personal life, and then when I'm at work I can focus on what I need to do for my PhD. So last year I was still a master student, and then I did include some study related stuff in my bullet journal. I had like to-do lists. Sometimes I would do weekly planning or daily planning with to-do lists. I also did a lot of study trackers, and it did really help me to write those things down on paper. So I want to do something similar with my PhD, but I'm putting it in an entirely new bullet journal, which is what you'll see in this video. So here, as you can see, I'm planning out the different months, and I'm trying to keep this really simple. I wrote down for each month all of the dates, and then I didn't want to write every name of the weekday, so I just added in a little M for Monday, so I know when the week starts, and it saved me a lot of writing because it's such a tedious job to put in all of the dates, which I guess is the downside of doing your own layouts instead of getting a fixed planner. But the good thing is that you can completely choose what you put in, so I think I still prefer that over a regular planner. I'm going to plan for the next 12 months, so for the entire year of 2020 in my yearly overview. I officially started my PhD in September. In the beginning I was doing a lot of reading and I didn't have a lot of very specific tasks yet, I guess. It was more like exploring the research topic, but now that I'm a few months in, I think I have more specific stuff to do, and it's divided into different categories, so I felt like it was a good time to start planning in a more systematic way, and this bullet journal seemed like a good way to do that. Now I'm almost done with the setup for the year. I think I'm just going to add some highlights to the days that are important, yeah, and that's the finished product. So for the monthly overview, again, I'm going to keep it super simple and minimalistic. I'm just going to use a grid for the months with the dates in, and then on the top I'm going to write down some focus points that I want to focus on for the coming months. This is a layout that I used a lot when I was younger. So I think for a very long time now I've been using a digital calendar, but before I was doing that I would always kind of make this kind of monthly grid on paper. It wasn't in a journal. I would like literally take an A4 paper and make the monthly planning and put it on my mirror. And this was like when I was in high school still, so it's a really long time ago. But I think this is really the best way to plan a month. I think it's very visual, very easy. I'm also not taking into account the beginning day and the end day of the week. I just wanted to do it as easy as possible. So here I have my grid finished, and then I'm going to add all of the dates and a title. I do think this is very useful to have this view, even though it kind of features the same like dates or events or deadlines that you can also see in the yearly view. I think if you do this at the beginning of the month, and I've done this 2 times now because I've already done one for February as well, I think it kind of helps you remember what you have going on this month and know what you need to focus on if you have any tasks that you need to prioritize. So I think it's very useful to just sit down and spend some time planning your month, even though I think for some people this might seem unnecessary. I think to me it makes me feel a lot more at ease if I take some time to do this every month. Next up is a brain dump page. This will be super simple. I've seen some people do this and I've been wanting to try it for a while. I think sometimes I struggle with having these loose tasks that I don't know where I have to put them, or I'm not sure when I'm going to do them. So I think it's good to kind of have a page where you can put down random stuff. And then how I'm doing this now is at the end of the month, I look back if there's anything here that maybe I need to transfer to next month. And it's been quite useful. So now on to my favorite parts of this bullet journal. This is obviously the thing I've been using most. It's a weekly overview. I make one for every week of the month. And yeah, it's been such a lifesaver. I look at it every morning and it's really helped me to plan my days and make me more productive, I think. So the way I'm going to do this, I make one kind of column for each workday, and then the rightmost column is for reminders or random to-dos that I'm not sure where I want to put them. I'm not sure when I'm going to do them, but I need to do them, for example, this week or at least soon. And then for the days, in a moment you will see I will divide the columns into 2 parts. So I have a top part and a bottom part, and the top part has like the tasks that I need to do, and the bottom part is an overview of the hours in the day, where I can kind of put when I want to do which task, and also I can put if I have any meetings or any fixed appointments during the day. By the way, I heavily inspired this layout on a video by Pickup Lines, which I will link down below, because I think it was super useful. And yeah, I got a lot of inspiration from it. Something that she said in her video that I really liked is that she puts 3 tasks for every day. So she numbers them 1, 2, 3. And those are like the main things she has to do that day. And then you can add extra small things, but those 3 things are the most important things. And I think to me it's really helped me to set realistic goals for what I can get done in a day. I think before I was trying to put a lot of stuff in one day, and with this rule you kind of have to limit yourself. And yeah, it helps you put realistic goals, and it's also more productive, I think. Because you don't end up disappointed because you didn't do your 500 tasks that you did plan for that day. It's only 3 things. So that's a really good tip, I think. So now I'm finalizing it, and that's the finished product. So I really hope you enjoyed this video, and I will see you in the next one. Bye!